Hey trail fans, well, I want to put this video together that is down here in Tennessee, not too far from Elizabethton, uh, which is northeast. We're probably maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Knoxville, and they got hit really bad by Hurricane Helene last year. So it's just absolute devastation. So we're got a bunch of guys from church, and and Pam, a lady here from church, doing some construction work and some recovery relief efforts. So I kind of wanted to put a video together to show everybody the kind of devastation that's down here. I know most of all these videos I put together are my little hiking adventures, and there's some of those coming. On the way home, I'm going to stop and do a little bit of hiking. So, but I just kind of wanted to share with you what this community is gone through with that storm. The just millions of gallons that got dumped in the area. When you live in the mountains, there's not a lot for it to go. And it just came down this beautiful little river that is no longer a beautiful little river. It's really a pretty big mess, and just really devastated everything. So, to give you an idea of what we're talking about, this is, I posted some pictures on this. This is just some of the big area we're working in right now. This little house here, nobody knows where this house came from. This house doesn't belong here. It's not part of this neighborhood. It pretty much floated down the river and came to rest right here. Nobody knows. There's no numbers on it. I don't know if anybody's dug through it to try to find belongings, but there's just this random house. This is probably 100-year-old, big old house that is here. It was somehow survived, so they don't make them like that anymore. But all the windows are blown out of it. We've heard rumors that there's a lady who purchased it that wants to fix it up. So there's a lot of fix. Here is a house that we're actually working on. Very nice lady. We were just talking. She's a real sweetheart. She's actually living in a FEMA trailer now that they dropped off in her front lawn. So the water level on this is towards the top of the window, and as we walk up past all the debris, you can actually see on the windows the water line on how high it was. And I'm 6'4", and it's probably another 2 foot above me, so we're talking a good 8 foot of water. And you can just see the utter destruction. And this is 6 months ago. This didn't happen within the last couple weeks. So they've done a tremendous amount of cleanup. And this is still the state of everything. One of the personal things that we've noticed here is a lot of this debris, there's no idea where it came from. It could have come from miles down the river. So you see toys and Christmas decorations, and there's somebody's dolly. That these houses, like the house that's over there, just pretty much got obliterated, and all the contents rushed out. The lady who lives in this house, she said she left when the water started to rise, probably an hour before her house was up to the top of the windows, and you can see here some of the damage onto the back of the house. They had a couple of feet worth of mud in the living room that they just had to slop bucket out. It was just an absolute mess. Her entire porch area was ripped off the side of the house by the rushing water. Just this massive amount of debris. This house here will most likely just need to get bulldozed. There's just not a whole much left. So we're kind of taking a lunch break and sitting in the backs of the trucks. But these houses didn't have a chance when you're talking about the millions of gallons of water. Here's Tim and Derek with church. They're some of the guys that are pounding nails and pulling wire and all that good stuff. Across the street, this one was actually a complete rebuild. While the house that we saw before, they were able to salvage the frame, the basic framing. This one was completely destroyed. Actually, all three of these were completely destroyed. So these are brand new builds. They came in and did concrete foundations. They're these cute little 3-bedroom houses. There's not a lot of luxury to them, but it's a great program. We'll walk through one of them later. Right now, like this homeowner, he's living in a camper here. We're told that a lot of these campers were actually donated by regional residents that had them just to loan out for people to live into. But if you're ever curious what a couple of million gallons of rushing water will do to a Ranger pickup truck, this is all that's left. It just got tumbled along, and they pulled it away from the river and dropped it up here, but it is just utterly destroyed. If it wasn't for the little logo, you wouldn't even know what it was. So when we hear about these things happening right here in the United States, this isn't an earthquake in Malaysia or Thailand or anything like that. This is right here in the U.S. It really hits home that these are our fellow Americans. But we've got a couple of great organizations down here that are doing wonderful work. We got the Appalachian Service Project, which is another faith-based ministry. There's another one of our workers, Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
So we have the ASP. They've done a lot of this work. Actually, the plans that we're using to build with IDES is an ASP plan. And they're these cute little houses, and they're finished, and the residents move back in, and they're trying to get their lives back to normal as quick as possible. So we'll get more video when we see more things, and but a lot of good work going down here. A lot of people putting in a tremendous amount of effort. Some very generous donors. One of the nice things is when we're done with these houses, the homeowners get handed the keys. They don't have to worry about, oh, can I get a mortgage or what do I do? So it's all free of charge, funded by generous donations. So definitely want to continue to support any projects like this. All right, I'm going to take a few minutes and show you one of the houses that we're building down here in Tennessee as part of the flood relief. They're very modest, but they're well built, and considering that if you are a victim of this disaster, you can get it for free. Everybody down here is so incredibly appreciative, and they're so excited about getting new homes. We've talked to some of the homeowners that got to move in recently, and they're sitting on their front porches in their rocking chairs, and they're finally starting to feel a bit of normalcy. So I'll give you a quick tour. It's pretty much a standard layout. All the ones that we've seen have all been the exact same. So let's take a look. So we start at the front door. We walk into the living room area. You have to visualize because it's just studs. We're running electrical right now, and this is the living room. We have the kitchen back here. If you turn right here, there's a little hallway. This right here is a utility closet. Here's the master bedroom with the closet behind this shower base. If you turn back around past the utility closet, you go into the laundry area. And then if you turn right, this will be the bathroom with the bathtub unit, commode, and vanity. If we come back out the stubby little hallway, kind of diagonal across, this is the second bedroom. There's the circuit box as we're putting in all the wiring, got a closet. Technically, this floor plan is a 3-bedroom, but what we found is almost everybody eliminates the 3rd bedroom and gives this additional living space, which we're just calling the dining room. If somebody did wanted to add a wall from here across to there is a closet over there in the corner. So you could very easily, probably zoom that back out, you could easily make this into a 3rd bedroom, although some of the guys have discussed that it's a little bit tight in the living room if you don't have that extra space. So we're running all the wiring. We got the plumbing delivered today, so next week I think they're going to start on the plumbing. Then they're going to get the insulators in, get insulation done, get the drywall in, and then pretty soon the homeowner will be able to have their new home, which I can only imagine is really exciting. Out the back door here, there's a porch going to be going in, and you can actually hear they have a nice view of the river that they're a little shy about, if you can imagine, after everything they've been through. But you can see all down here used to be a neighborhood, and they're starting to get homes in here and there. Still a lot of trailers, but this is an example of the houses that we're down here building. And we had a meeting with one of the senior people with the IDES organization, and he seems to think they probably have about 2 years worth of work down here. They've already agreed to build, I think, somewhere like 8 or 9 more of these homes to for relief efforts, and they're getting the funding through generous donations, and it's really amazing to see how excited the people are. The homeowner is out front talking with some people. I'm really hoping to get an opportunity to get her on here and introduce her, because she's such a sweetheart. She just fed us lunch. And she's just a really, really nice lady, and she's, once again, incredibly grateful that we're here. Every time she sees us, she's like, "Thank you so much." We're like, "You already said thank you earlier today," and she's okay with it. She wants us to know how valuable it is to her that we're here, and the different organizations and the funding and the effort, and especially those of us that are getting a little older and the backs aren't holding up and knees aren't holding up, but we're out here doing everything we can to get the people of this community back to normal. Whatever that normal will look like, it'll never be the same, and we recognize that. We've talked a lot about that with some of the homeowners, about what is the new normal. But I think when you get the keys to a brand new house, I think that's a really big step. Well, home safe and sound. It was a heck of a drive. I'm exhausted after the trip, but it was absolutely worth it. So now we're gonna get this video together and get it posted for everybody so you can see everything. I got all kinds of photos and videos. It was a really amazing experience. But home safe and sound. Still have to go back and get my truck after the rear end decided to come apart on me. But definitely an experience I will never forget. Thanks for joining me. Bye.